Okay. Did it work this time? That was interesting. I have no idea if y'all can hear me. I have a new computer, so I don't know what I'm doing right now. The quality looks better. Am I heard? Okay. Yay, it works. Sorry. I have a new computer and I'm just trying to figure everything out. I don't know what I'm doing. It was just spinning and said going live. And I was like, okay, we're going live. And then it didn't start. And I was like, okay, we're going live. It's fine. Everything worked out. But welcome. Good morning. It's 10 a.m. for me. God, it's 10 a.m. How is everybody? I have a right part. I can't do that. Not me fighting with my hair. I did not part this good. What is this part? We don't talk about that. Y'all are good. Y'all are good. I feel like I have nothing to talk about. I feel like I haven't done anything, even though I've been out of state for all month. I was in Vegas for a week. And then I was in San Diego. I'm good. I'm tired. I'm always tired. I'm sleepy. I'm just waiting for my computer to crash. I've had this computer for a month. We set it up maybe a week ago, and so I don't know what I'm doing yet. I spent about half an hour trying to get my microphone to catch sound because it was not catching sound. I woke up and I was like, okay, I don't know what I'm doing. Let's just try the camera app just to see if it'll catch video, catch microphone, everything. So I open camera. I just make random noise. Nothing, no sound. So I'm like, okay, this is going to be a long morning if I can't get that to work. About half an hour later, I finally get it to work and mess with the settings for a really, really long time. So when I start this, I'm like, it's not going to catch sound. It's not going to work. No, it works. There's sound. And what is sleep? Describe this thing called sleep you were talking about. Also, my mummy messaged me. Oh, hey, it's a white rabbit. Zach isn't here. Yay, there's sound. Zach isn't here. He's quote-unquote busy. That slacker. Also, I totally don't have water. I have coffee. I'm actually going to take the sticker off so that y'all can't see the name. I just won't turn it that way. It's fine. The name on the cup isn't my name, so yeah. Okay, Canon, so here's the issue. That is 24/7 for me. I constantly block out reality, and yeah. I will say, last time I did a live stream, I hit go live, and it didn't show me my screen. I had to open it on a separate tab and couldn't see chat. So, hey, we're doing better this time. I can actually use the stream properly. Can I run off of dreams is the issue. I spend more time daydreaming or reading than I do anything else. Ever. My phone keeps going off. I don't have a teddy bear. I have a fiend. I have the bright plush. I don't have a teddy bear. I have the unicorn. Hey, 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 hey. Do you like my Rhea Ripley look for the day? Speaking of Rhea. How dare ye name drop mommy? Oh, hey, Teddy Bear's here. Who the heck? How many alt accounts do y'all have? Thank you. Why is there a teddy bear in chat? Why is there a teddy bear in chat? It's 10 a.m. and I'm already like dressed as Rhea. I think I'm slowly losing it. I've been live for like 5 minutes. Canon, we don't talk about that. There are times when it doesn't notify us about a video until like 20 to 30 minutes later. Hey, I did Alexa yesterday. I did Miss Bliss makeup yesterday. So today's mommy. And I'm doing Lyra Valkyria tomorrow. I'm just doing makeup based off of WWE superstars. It'll make sense in like 24 to 48 hours. Actually, when does that go up? What day does that start? Oh, it's always mommy day. Yeah, 17th. So on Thursday, I spent all day recording videos. Hello there. Hello there. Oh, we got like a decent sized turnout today. What the heck? I will say I didn't know Roman came back. I had been driving and at dance all day, so I had no idea. And of course, my dad knew. He had saw it on probably the Book of Faces. Who are we missing? Also, I have absolutely no idea how many people are in this chat because the thing says 5, but it said 5 for the past like 8 minutes. So, I'm like really far to the side. You were watching Raw waiting for it. But how would you know he was showing up? Maybe he didn't show up. Zach? Is Zach missing? Yeah, he's a slacker. My cats are missing. They aren't coming up here. My sidekick? Oh, Damien. I haven't heard from him since last night. Or was that this morning? I don't know. It was like 1 a.m. Last night, this morning. Same difference. Same difference. Oh, there's police sirens. Lovely. Okay, well, there was a lot of people like that. Zach is slacking. Oh, you're delayed. Cannon, you're delayed. I'm saying this at the 9-minute, 12-second mark. You're delayed. Why is the Mi 6 dead? Don't say the Mi 6 is dead. I am alive and going good. I wish I knew where one of my cats were. I would bring them on. But last I saw them, they were in the kitchen. And I'm not carrying them upstairs. Chat went quiet. Y'all good? How's it going, chat? You went quiet. Did I break it? Okay. You were just typing a paragraph. I had a moment because the entire WWE universe was chanting OTC, OTC. I'm like, what does Roman have to do with this? Forgetting Jey Uso was out there. I was too focused on Pepsi Phil to realize that, like, there's a reason they're chanting this. They're not crazy. I love kitties. I've got two. I've got 2 kitty cats and 1 dog. Ah, Canon slacking. I see how it is. I do get to call you a slacker. My hair is, like, weird. It's, like, partially curled, partially not. But I'm too lazy to strain or curl it, so we're just letting it do its thing. It's too early in the morning to fight with my hair. Well, considering I hate Logan Paul, I'm already checked out. I despise Logan Paul. Jelly Roll, he's just not my music taste. I don't have an issue with him, but he's just not my thing. But damn Logan Paul. Yeah, I forgot about that whole thing. Canon, I forgot about all that. It's weird that I forgot considering I was at Mania when it happened. But whatever. Logan Paul sucks. I can't stand Logan Paul. I can't stand either of the Paul brothers. Logan Paul is just the better of the Paul brothers. Not by much. I mean, probably. My head can go somewhere else. It's fine. I don't know if it's just the time of day I'm streaming, but the lighting actually isn't terrible like usual. And I don't know if it's because it's a decent hour for once. Because last time I live streamed at like 6 a.m. and it was like barely sunrise. Or if it's because I have a new computer, so it's functioning properly. I've been running off of a school computer for the past like 6 years. And so I finally have my own computer. And like, I don't know what's happening. I haven't logged into everything. I'm not even logged into Twitter on this yet. It might be both. I don't sleep. What is with the sirens? What is happening? I don't sleep. Y'all sleep? There are so many sirens outside my house, and I don't know what's happening. Hey, you leave my school computer alone. It served me faithfully for 6 whole years until I had to give it back. It got the job done. That's all that mattered. Whoa! How dare you? If I wanted to rob a bank, I wouldn't get caught. Come on now. I don't sleep. I think I was up. I think I saw the clock turn 2:30 for sure. I don't think I slept. It's fine. As long as I can remember, actually. My dad's always been a wrestling fan since he was a kid, so I've pretty much been watching since I was out of the womb. I've been watching basically since I was a newborn. Some of my earliest memories are when my mom and dad went to Mania when it came to Phoenix, and I stayed home with my great-grandparents, and I'm riding around the couch with Mania on the TV on my little tricycle. So yeah, since I was a little itty-bitty baby. Canon? They can't find me. I haven't robbed a bank. That would be too low a crime for me. Come on now. It's like I want my hair over my shoulder, but I don't. It either needs to be all the way over or not over, and it's not staying on my shoulder. Also, I got the black touched up. I realize you can't see it because it's like blending into my shirt. I love my black hair. Cannon, remember when I spent 2 months trying to convince you that I dyed my hair black? I can never make up my mind. I'm very indecisive. I was actually supposed to live stream like 2 weeks ago, but I woke up and I was like, I don't want to do this right now. And I went back to bed. Thank you. I love my hair. Cannon, I finally dyed it black. I spent 2 months convincing you, and I actually ended up doing it. Jeez, 1982. Yikes. I say yikes like that wasn't just like a couple years ago. 1982 was like 20 years ago, you know? Hey, I've done fake dreads in the past. I would never permanently get dreads. I play with my hair too much. But I've learned how to like fake dread my hair for like a day and a half. Hey, I was committed to the bit, okay? I was so committed that I actually did it. I'm not getting dreads though. Do I even have a picture of me with dreads? Let me go back. That was like a year and a half ago. We have 2024. Back a little bit further. Oh, I don't have a picture. I just have this. Ugh. Well, in this picture, I was at SmackDown in 2023, and I had dreads in my hair. Like, it was my actual hair. I mean, would that get me free access to mommy merch? I love mommy merch. I will gladly rob the warehouse. Cannon, is it your birthday? Is it your birthday, old man? As for the non-permanent dreads, I will get my hair completely wet. Like, hop in the shower. I'll typically run, like, some shampoo and conditioner through my hair just so that my hair isn't, like, a disaster. And then I will take it, like, section by section and, like, twist them. Mommy just, like, showing you all my bangs. Twist them, but while they're soaking wet. Do this at night, by the way. And then I usually, like, bobby pin it up and then leave it overnight. And then in the morning, take out all the bobby pins and it'll stay twisted. At least my hair does. My hair also fights me on everything. It's Old Man Cannon. You knew I would know that. You knew I was going to know that. Come on now. That's the one thing I got going for me. I don't know how I learned how to do that. I stumbled across it on accident. I was trying to curl my hair for a concert the night before without using heat, and it didn't untwist. And so I realized, oh, I can do that. And so I do that every now and then. Old Man Cannon, you should know better. You all should know better. Now my hair is not gonna like, the bangs aren't gonna like blend into my hair. Because I remember your birthday from last year. What is this piece doing? Oh, I'm on the wrong side. It's like frizzy. Why is it frizzy? I'm fighting with my hair. This is like my daily battle. Whenever I wear my hair down, this is how I deal with my life. No, Canon, it was all just like a lucky guess, you know? I couldn't think of what else it could possibly be, so I just decided it was your birthday. No, I remember all from last year. You'll be like 2,300 years old. Yeah, they sell like dread extension things. I have a wig in my closet still from when I was a fiend. I have the fiend dreadlock wig and the black short wig for Lydia, just in my closet away from my cat. I have an orange one, and he chews on everything. Oh yeah, good old random dreads. Where did the old man go? Cannon, are you typing a whole paragraph? Everyone say happy early birthday to Cannon. The old man in the chat. I knew it. Look at that. Not only did I know it was your birthday, but I knew how old you were going to be. 23,000 years old. Slacker. Good old technology. I feel like I'm just like adding years. It's because he's old. Back in his day, he didn't have us fandangle technology. He's not going to acknowledge it. Are you just ignoring my whole, like, spiel about you being old? Is this how we're doing this? Dang, Emo needs to be here so that he can help me with the whole old man thing. I'm gonna throw my phone if it goes off again. Oh, the old man, the unk isn't replying to me. He's giving me the cold shoulder. Whatever shall I do? If you can't tell, I'm running off of no sleep. I don't have water, which was a poor decision. I don't know where the Powerade came from. Why is there a half-drink Powerade in my office? Side note, I have not been in here at all for the past month. There's just a half-drink Powerade. Hey, I'm not being a brat. I am innocent. Typically about 4 or 5 people. It's not a whole lot. I don't have the biggest of followings. I'm just kind of chilling. I will say this is a lot of this is a lot of people compared to when I first started, when I was just vibing with C. Hello, Lexi Bliss. Ew, you got sick. Keep it away from me. I'm always sick. No, not the kitties. I'm doing good. How are you? I'm sleepy, and my mom keeps messaging me. Bye, old man. Yeah, I'm tired as well. I don't sleep. That's not normal. Not feeling your legs is not normal. I just want to say that now. Oh, don't ping the emo. Let the emo sleep. I still don't know if I've heard from him today or if it was yesterday. I can't remember, what time that was. That might have been, 1 a.m. for all I know. I don't know. Tired. I'm losing it. I'm just sitting here playing with my bracelet. Let the emo rest. I'm like a small child. Noise. Are you going to the one in San Diego, or are you going to a different one? I asked because I was planning on going to the San Diego Comic-Con, but I'm not going now. I was planning my cosplays as well. My dog is making a lot of noise in the other room drinking. Ah, nice. Have fun. I was gonna go, but I'm not going now. As of like 2 hours ago, it was decided I'm not going. But it's fine. I was just in San Diego last, like, 2 days ago. Oh, yeah. I'm currently working on an Alexa Bliss cosplay. I'm working on her new persona, so I know the pain of it taking forever. I have a dog and a cat. Small baby. I have a small baby. You're not the first one to say they would love to meet me, so it's fine. But I sadly will not be at San Diego. I went to WWE World this past April, so it was fun. I had a good time. We only went to World for one day, but I got to hit Logan Paul with a chair, so worth it. And I met Dom Dom. I love Dom Dom. I love Dirty Dom. So I say it is definitely worth the fly out. Yeah, I'm currently trying to figure out the skirt and the sports bra top thingy. The fabric for my skirt is currently out of stock, which is great. Just great. But I have the gloves. I think we're just going to order the jacket because I don't know what I'm doing. I will mess up DIYing it, and I know that. So I think we're just going to order the jacket. But yeah. Dom Dom threw my bracelet. It is my favorite moment of all time. I have never been happier. Dom yeeted my bracelet, and it was great. I don't remember how high my score was. Let me see if I can find it. Let me see if I can find that. I don't know where it is. I was on Mania 41 too. It was fun. Oh, Burbank in July. Whoops. I'm trying to find the video of me hitting Logan. Okay, we're in Mania. Where is it? Do I have the video of me hitting Logan? Guess not. Oh, I do. Here it is. 35. My score for hitting Logan was 35. Okay, so the whole Rhea entrance thing. I was supposed to do Bliss's entrance. I was supposed to do Alexa's entrance, but they didn't have it as an option. And the best part is I was talking to someone who was dressed as the Fiend, and he showed me a video of him and the girl that was with him doing the Fiend and Nikki Cross's entrance. Like, so they had the song, but it wasn't available the day I was there. So I picked Rhea because I didn't know what else to do. That, and I love Mommy's entrance. I love doing her entrance. And thank you. Did you really see me? I was vibing as Miss Bliss. And Mania was fun. It was hectic. I was sick. I should not have been standing. But whatever. I got sick about 2 days before I went to Mania. I started feeling sick Wednesday, and then Thursday I was completely out of it. Friday I went to prom, which was outside and raining. It was like 50 degrees and pouring down rain. And then we went to Mania, and my mom, brother, and I were all sick. And I was like, I'm gonna die. It's fine though. I love mommy. Mommy's great. Yeah, no, let me see if I have a picture of me from that. Like, just a picture, not craziness. I have to scroll so far back. I have so many pictures. Oh, good God, I'm only in June. I'm 18. I'm an old lady. Congratulations, Burnt Fiend. Ignore the fact I look exhausted. It was like 5 a.m. That was right before we left. I went to bed at like 2:30 and then woke up at 5 a.m. I was going to die. Plus, I was sick. So, just adding it all up, I was dying. We're old ladies. Old ladies. Yeah, I'm 18. Quiet cannon, boy. You're like 23,000 years old over there. Well, thank you. I went to hit my hair. I get that a lot. I either look 25 to people or I look like I'm a child. There's no in between. There's been a few times where I went to a movie with my dad, grandmother, and brother, maybe. And my dad went to go get a beer, and I had gone with him, and they asked me if I wanted anything. I was 17, and I'm like, I'm in America. I can't drink. I'm like, no, I'm good. So yeah. But I've been let into a casino a couple times. And I'm like, I can't gamble. I'm literally like 14, but whatever. Cannon, you're old. So, gaming mosquito. I took pictures at a park twice, once in November and then once last month. They were both at a public park. Both times there were other people there. When I did it in November, there were little kids sliding down the slides, and their parents were just watching it all happen. And then last month, there was a couple of people fishing in the pond. But yes, it was a public park. I'm not bougie. I don't just have like a swing set vibing in my backyard, you know? I don't have an Alexa's playground. I love Star Wars. I've seen all of them. I have seen. What just happened? I have seen all of the Star Wars movies multiple times. I don't have a picture of it, but a couple years ago, God, who was I? I think I went as Hera from Star Wars Rebels at one point. I think that was 2018, 2017-ish. Oh, I don't have a favorite character. I think I'm gonna go with Darth Vader. As like simple as it may sound, I love the dark side. When I went to Disney back in 2022, we made lightsabers, and I made a red one. Bye, gaming mosquito. Don't go sucking any blood. Dang mosquitoes. Ooh, nice. I absolutely love dressing up. I love cosplaying. I love dressing up as other people. It's so much fun. My favorite thing is the October month because in September I will start pre-recording stuff for October, and so I'm like dressed as like Alice, I'm dressed as Lydia, and then usually I'll dress as whoever I'm being for Halloween. And I just love cosplaying, it's fun. I think this Halloween I'm gonna be Lady Death from Marvel. I think I'm gonna be Lady Death. She was in Agatha all along. That's gonna be Halloween, I think. I'm not sure yet. I'm not 100% sure, but I'm excited. Jays, what kind of perks do you have, Burnt Fiend? Jays. I love cosplay. Cosplay is so much fun. Ooh, Padme. I love her. Lily cosplay. It's actually funny because my hair is the same color as Lily. Lily on the new doll has yellow blonde hair to black to pink. I have the same colors, just flip-flopped. So I could do Lily. Let me pull up the Lily doll. Hold on, my mother is messaging me. Hold on, my mom's messaging me. Okay. I'll find Lily in a second. Ooh, Penta. I love Penta. Yes. Oh god, Anakin. It's been a while since I watched the movie, so my knowledge is a bit blurry right now. But I oddly love Anakin. Like, I don't know why, but I just oddly loved Anakin for years. When I first watched the movie, I was like, but when I watched them a couple years ago, I oddly really liked Anakin. And in my head, I'm like, why do I even, like, why? Why do I love Anakin? Good old Anakin. When I did The Fiend in 2021, I did not do contacts. I can't do contacts. Ooh, Joker Penta mask. So I'm not crazy. Like, when I was younger, he was just like another person, but I oddly ended up loving Anakin. I don't have a logical reason as to why, but whatever, it's fine. It's fine. Lily doll. I need to pull up Lily doll. If I could get my phone to stop going off, that would be lovely. Lily. Nope, I can't spell. Lily doll. 2025. He's just kind of fine. I broke it. Stop. It like zoomed in on her and wouldn't zoom back out. I need the Lily doll. I need to get the Lily doll for my cosplay. I have a dress like this. I could do Lily. I could do Lily. I don't know when. Sometime soon while I have the hair, obviously. Yeah, no, I can do Lily. Just because it's something so simple, because I don't have a dress exactly like that, but I have a dress I could match it pretty well. But I would gladly do Lily. I'll do the little buns. Yeah, she has little half up, half down buns now, if I remember correctly. Oh yeah, pentagear, any ring gear. I have spent the past like 48 hours trying to find Alexa's top. Let me pull up a picture. Let me pull up the picture I've been using. Where is it? I can't find it. That's Rhea. Where did it go? Here it is. I've been trying to find something similar to this for the past 48 hours for the cosplay. I did find 2 last night, and they're both under $20, and it's on Amazon. But I'm I just need this for the cosplay. I'm not asking for much. Obviously, it won't be exactly because I don't have I have someone who probably could make it, but they're already making the skirt for me, and I don't want to keep pushing stuff towards them. Haha. Not the Anakin impersonating. Oh no. Oh yeah, easily 150 to 250. Easily. I wouldn't be shocked if it was more than that. Ring gear can be expensive. Meanwhile, I'm sitting here trying to find just a close match on Amazon because I'm not spending thousands of dollars on this cosplay. The jacket and the doll will likely be the most expensive part. That will likely be the most expensive part. So, the person who's making my skirt is my friend's mom. So, I don't want to be needy or anything. Mother, stop messaging me. Don't throw the lightsaber. It's probably expensive. Let me see if I can find the picture of the one I found last night. Because it was close enough. Amazon's being slow. This was one of them. There were other ones I saw that I might get. I'm not married to any of them. I still have time. I'm not time crunched. But what was one? This was another one. This one's giving more Rhea Ripley than anything else. But it's also an option. But yeah, I've been on the hunt for 48 hours. Because it would probably be cheaper to just Amazon for my sanity. See, everything's fine now. There's no need to throw a lightsaber at him. Everything's fine. My animals are really quiet, and I'm a little scared. They're never this quiet. I'm pretty sure that's a sign of something bad is happening. It's like a toddler. Silence is never golden. I have an orange cat. I just want to say that now. I have an orange cat. Bye, old man Cannon. I have an orange cat. So him being quiet is kind of scary. Yesterday, the orange cat literally proceeds to run into my office desk. My orange cat slept underneath this chair behind me. Jeez. And we were just vibing. I did. I love Anakin's turn to the dark side. I need to rewatch all the Star Wars movies. It's been a while. It's been a couple years. Why is my hair so what is this? Please tell me what is happening. It's straight, curly, and then straight. I don't know what's happening. I'm fighting with my hair. You sent me the mask. The good old shock. Yeah, I don't remember my initial reaction, but I was definitely shocked. Oh, yay, Penta mask. I love the mask. Oh, hey, my bot finally caught up to things. Yeah, no, the Darth Vader turn was good. Side note, it's 11 a.m. and I have not eaten. I'm running off of coffee. I don't even have water. Nah, you're good. I have heard worse and I have probably said worse. Just pointing that out now. Like, knowing me, I've most likely said much worse. Probably haven't said it on camera, but I've definitely said it. Most likely alone in my car, just chilling in my car by myself, blasting music on my drive. I keep expecting to hear like a loud crash. We don't talk about that. I'm actually pretty like PG-13 for the most part. We're talking about me swearing and Star Wars. I'm mostly PG-13. YouTube, I'm mostly PG. With a hint of PG-13. Like, somewhere, I'm mostly family friendly on camera. But in person, I'm a solid PG-13. Depending on who I'm with. There are some people that I just, like, don't care, and I don't, like, whatever. I'll say whatever. But for the most part, I try not to. Like, I have two friends I don't, like, I've known them long enough, whatever. And then there's others I'm like, you're, like, 12. You are a baby. Oh, yeah, no. Off camera, I'm usually PG-13. So there are some people I'm rated R. It's great. I, like, sank out of frame for a second there. I don't curse in front of my parents, but I will curse at my brother when we're alone. You know, my parents would never assume. I don't swear in front of my parents, but friends and brother, absolutely. Absolutely. Okay, well, there's usually context to that. There is typically context as to why I'm doing that. We don't talk about that whole thing. What is in... Oh, I'm like, what is that brown thing on the side of my screen? I'm trying to get, like, comfortable, but also stay on screen. Why are we eating Lego sets? Not the Lego set. Sometimes, I'm pretty sure my life is just one big crash out. Like, I'm like 90% sure my entire life is just me crashing out at this point. I've sworn in front of my parents multiple times, but most of the time it's not on purpose or it's at a concert. I will swear, if I go to a concert and there's a bad word, I'm saying it, and no one's stopping me. But, like, day to day, I do try not to swear in front of my mom and my dad. Oh, yeah, the good old 40 F-bombs a day. Minimum. There's context. There's context. I promise you there's context. You just may not know the context. My day, every second of every day is a crash out. Just all the time. 24/7 crash out. It's fine. I was crashing out before this freaking stream. Like 10 minutes before the stream, I was trying to upload a video for the 18th. And it won't upload. Like, I uploaded it. It uploaded. And I watched it to make sure it was right, and it cut off the ending. Why did we cut off the last 5 seconds of the video? Like, ugh. I'm not Hulk. I'm something. I'm anxiety, man. We don't talk about the Fortnite teammates. My brother plays Fortnite all the time, and all I hear is him yelling at his game. And I'm like, what is happening? We love just sitting there, just making the bikini and cape. When I was going to the con before I decided not to due to just money. Everything's so expensive. It is so freaking expensive. I was gonna go only for 2 days. One of the days I was gonna be Alice from Alice in Wonderland, and then the other day I was gonna be Cherry Bomb from Hazbin Hotel. But I still might do Cherry Bomb just because I love Cherry Bomb. But and her cosplay's pretty like cheap. Like it's a skirt and crop top. I already own the rest of it. Okay, in fairness, Canon, my stream just sat there going live, just spinning. I don't know how to fix that. I was like, I'm not going live. I'm just messing with y'all, you know? I think this is one of the most revealing shirts I own. And it's not even like revealing. It's all lace is all. Like this is all lace. This is the only thing, like up here is the only thing that is solid. The rest of this is just pure lace. And so, and I don't wear tank tops. I always have sleeves that go down to at least here. I'm always in long sleeves. So I don't do revealing clothing. I live in hoodies and sweatpants. So I feel you on the revealed part. Canon, I've had this computer for like 2 weeks. I don't know what I'm doing. This is the most I've used this computer, actually. I logged in the other day, and I was just like vibing. I was like, I'm going to write for a little bit. And then I was like, no, that's a lot of work. And then I used it for Spotify, and then, yeah. I'm not doing a Fortnite stream. I refuse to do a Fortnite stream. I was wearing long sleeves yesterday. I have a picture of it. Nope, that's from Saturday. Yeah, no, this was yesterday. I was in long sleeves. I sweatpants and hoodies. I have some skirts, and I think this is like the only tank top I own. But sweatpants and hoodies. America sucks. Reaper, you're lying. America sucks. So, fun fact, I don't have 2K25. Yeah. I have 2K24, but not 2K25. Me 6, get out. I'm suffering from trauma. Me 6, go away. I love that I'm just like slowly losing my mind. When I got my computer, I just logged into everything I could remember the password to. Spotify was the first thing I logged into. If that doesn't tell you where my priorities are, I logged into my email. That was the first thing I did. And then I logged into Spotify and YouTube because those are the things I will use the most. I still need to log into Twitter and Prime Video. It's fine. I'm gonna yeet me 6. I got 2K24 purely so I could play as Bray. It was oddly comforting to play as Bray. I used that as therapy for a hot minute. Just watching Bray's entrance over and over again in 2K24 oddly was comforting. It's fine. You don't need to know your own sexuality. I'm bi. Who cares? Gaming Mosquito has returned. Me 6, shut up! I scared the dog. The dog was laying outside my door and I yelled at me 6 as she got up. I don't like it. Cannon, I don't like it. I didn't want them to win. I didn't want them to be in the title picture. I was thoroughly against them being in the title picture for many, many reasons. So I don't like that they're champs. Because guess what? Now we're right back. We are right back to where we were with Bray. You give them the title, and how do you take them off? They eventually have to lose those titles. We all know this. So eventually, they're gonna have to take it off, and the internet is like, the fans are just gonna lose it. We don't talk about that. Yeah, I know. Everyone was so glad that they won, but they have established it. I'm just worried because when they do inevitably lose, I remember when Karrion Kross beat Uncle Howdy. Everyone lost their crap. And maybe I'm just on the wrong side of the internet because all I saw was people complaining about it. And so I was just like, when they inevitably lose those titles, it's going to be chaos. And I don't want that. Goodbye and enjoy creating your little cosplay. Have fun at the con. Bye-bye. I love that Gaming Mosquito left us and then popped back in randomly with me 6. I don't know how I felt when Cross won. I was somewhere in the middle. I was happy that Cross was actually competing and winning matches, but I also don't think I was ready for Howdy and Co to lose. I was not ready for that yet. As long as it's done right. As long as it's done right, I'm fine. But that was very important to establish because the second that people start assuming that Uncle Howdy is the same as the Fiend and he's unstoppable and he's invincible and he can't lose, he doesn't get hurt, blah, 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 we just end up in the same boat that we were forever ago. We end up in that position where no matter what happens, if he loses, it'll be, well, the Fiend never lost. Why are we having Howdy lose? Or the Fiend wouldn't have done that. Why did Howdy do that? So the difference had to be set. Because we all know how the internet is. I'm down for an evolution every year. I'm definitely down to have evolution every year. I definitely think, despite the lack of build going into it, it was a great PLE. Despite having absolutely no build, it was amazing. I definitely think next year, if they do another one, they need to have an actual build. I'm sorry, having 1 week to build and then 1 week of video packages is not it. Rhea and Io had that one in-ring promo and then had the video package. So, yeah. Yeah, Bo definitely killed that idea, and good. I do think I I'm conflicted because I could see how they bring the Fiend back, but I also feel like the Fiend should stay as just Bray. And I think I've said this multiple times now. I just don't want it to be seen as obviously they're a tribute group, but I don't want that to be all they are. And they aren't that. They aren't. But I feel like the Fiend would have to be done perfectly, or else it would be a bit much. Oh yeah, no, least built show, but the women could put it on. Like the women do great. And like I don't think there was a single match I wasn't happy with. Like I feel like every single match was good. I think I forwarded through the NXT match because I had watched it later in the day, like after it ended. And so I think I forwarded through the NXT match, but that's because I don't watch NXT, so I didn't know them. Yeah. I agree with that. I as of right now, I haven't looked at a lot of what all happened in the Wyatt thing on 2K25. I've only seen the final message from Bray. I have the video, I just haven't watched all of it yet because I'm scared. I feel like I just got a band-aid off, but I also spent like 3 hours crying over one video, one like 60-second video, so I'm like, I'm gonna wait. But I could see Bray's son taking over the Fiend. I can 100% see his son taking over the Fiend, especially after his last birthday. Yes. I have not watched the documentary. It's been a year and a half and I still haven't watched that freaking documentary. I have been avoiding it. I should not be doing this. I eventually will watch it. I feel like I need to watch it on a day when I don't have anything, don't have to go anywhere, and I can just curl up into a ball and cry and not have to do anything. And that message, I that dang message, dude. I cried unnecessarily hard. Like I knew it was gonna make me cry, and so I had makeup on, so I avoided it all day. And then I was scrolling through Facebook while undoing my hair, and it popped up, and I just started sobbing. Like I just sat on the ground in my bedroom, taking bobby pins out my hair, just crying while watching this. And I hadn't taken my makeup off yet, and I was like, well, it's good to know that this makeup is waterproof. While I'm like crying on the floor. I think I ended up just sitting there holding my Fiend plush, just crying for like 10 minutes, and then I got in the shower and just cried. The goodbye for now was oddly like it gave me an odd sense of closure almost. It still hurt like heck watching it, but it almost gave me like a sense of closure to it all, which was odd. And then I cried for like 3 hours, but whatever. Reaper, America sucks. Go back where it's good. I'm an American and I want out. I know. I'll eventually watch the documentary. Eventually. I don't know when. Yeah, I know. I have it like saved to a playlist so I don't lose it. I'm gonna end up watching it eventually. I'm just scared. Oh, Burnt Fiend. If I saw it in public, I was just gonna start crying. I 100% thought I was going to end up finding it on, like, my break. I was like, I'm going to see this while I'm at dinner, and I'm going to cry. Not the crappy Wi-Fi. I agree. Bray was constantly changing. So Howdy eventually has to evolve into something else. I don't know what. I don't have the answer for that. I don't see the Wyatt Six lasting forever. I could see them eventually splitting up. I don't know how, but I completely agree that Howdy will eventually have to reinvent himself as something new. Like, if they want to go with the whole tribute thing, absolutely. I can't play 2K24 on stream. 2K24 is downstairs on the PS5, and I don't know how to, like, live stream the TV while here. Sir, I don't play Fortnite. I don't have time for video games. I could see Dexter or Joe being one of the two to leave. I don't see Nikki Cross splitting from the group first. Maybe down the road after someone else does. But I don't see Nikki Cross being the one to break out. I think it will be Dexter or Joe. Because Howdy is basically the ringleader, so I don't see him being the one to, like, split off. Rowan, I don't see splitting off. I could be wrong, but I agree. Bo needs either to reinvent himself eventually or something with the Six. I say this like I'm not going to cry my eyes out no matter what happens. I feel like I don't know what I feel like. I had a thought and then lost it. I feel like I've emotionally, like, I got better. I got to the point where I could watch their matches without crying. Like, I could do it. I wasn't crying. I wasn't panicking about anything. And then that freaking final message undid all of my hard work. I cried when they won the titles. I cried when they came out. I cried when they won the titles. I cried when they replayed them winning the titles. We're doing great. I was like, I got so good. One of the matches, they had a match against, I think, Motor City Machine Guns. And so I went upstairs. I had to go to the bathroom. So I gone upstairs and went to the bathroom. And I came downstairs to Motor City Machine Guns coming out. And I was like, oh, who are they against? And my dad was just like, oh, yeah, they're against the Wyatts. I'm like, what did you just say to me? What did you just say to me? I sat there and I'm like, okay, so now the Wyatts have a match. That was not scheduled. I'm panicking. I think that was Friday the 13th because I had just gotten the pink and black done. And I'm just sitting there like, what the frick? But I didn't cry. I've gotten better. I wasn't crying for a hot minute, and then Bray broke at me again. I refuse to eat cheese balls ever again. That first SmackDown promo, I cried during. Like, that promo made me cry prior to his death, and now after his death makes me cry even harder. Sleepy transforming. I think that's my favorite misspelling. Sleepy transformation. I could see that. I it could be possible that that's what's happening. Because he's definitely wearing morphine stuff. Yeah. Shatter makes me cry. Shatter makes me sob inconsolably. I'm traumatized. I'm traumatized by cheese balls. I was like 6. And I will not. I have said this a few times regarding Alexa. I don't want her to join. I want her to feud with the group so badly. Bye, Reaper. Bye, old man. I say that like he's not younger than me. I want Bliss to feud with the group. So, cheeseball story. So, years and years and years ago, I was 7 maybe. I was 6, 7, 8ish, somewhere in that age group. And we have one of those big tubs of cheese balls, like the ones you get from Costco. I don't know what the UK equivalent to a Costco is, but we would get one of those big giant tubs of cheese balls. And at the time, my brother was younger. I don't know his exact age, 2 or 3 maybe. And I come downstairs and I see him sticking his bare feet into the tub of cheese balls. I have not eaten a cheese ball since. I cannot because that's all I think about, and it is gross. And so anytime someone mentions eating cheese balls, I bring that story up because it's gross. Disgusting. Yep, bare feet. I could see Alexa being involved with fiend stuff. It is a weird place because, like you said, they killed off the old fiend, but they didn't get to debut the new one. So it is a weird place to be in. I could see, and this is just half awake, delirious me speaking. I could see them using, I've said this in the past, Howdy and Co. using Alexa's Lily doll to manipulate her. Because during the therapy sessions, Dr. Squivel, or whatever the heck his name is, tells Bliss that she is cured as long as she has Lily by her side. Obviously, since then, we've gotten a whole new look in Lily, but hypothetically, it is the same Lily, just a different look. So I've said this, I think they could use Lily to manipulate Bliss somehow, some way. And we know Bliss has the power to bring the Fiend back. We've seen her use the Fiend in the box in the past, so if they decide to bring the Fiend back, which I still don't know how I feel about that, I could see them using the Lily doll to manipulate Bliss into bringing the Fiend back, aka debuting the new Fiend. The entity's dead. Yeah, the entity's dead. I can eat cheese balls, but I can't. Cheese balls have the bad context now. I don't know. The whole fiend concept is difficult to manage, especially now. My phone's going off. I don't know who would wear the mask. I feel like obviously if they wanted to bring the Fiend back, I could see them having Bo wear the mask. That would make the most logical sense. I don't know who else they would have wear the mask besides Bo, but I think Bray's son. I believe it was Nash. I think that's his name. During his last birthday party, he came out as the Fiend. So I could see him following in his dad's footsteps and bringing the Fiend back. Now, he's like 7, so that won't be happening for at least 12 years. So let's see, I'm 18 now, I'll be 30. Good God! I can only imagine me in my 30s sitting there watching Friday Night SmackDown and all of a sudden the lights go out and the Fiend shows up. The way I would just sob inconsolably. Like, I could be married with kids for all I know. I could have grandbabies for all I know. I would just start crying. I don't know how I feel about other people wearing the mask either. It's weird. I would be like, old lady, and all of a sudden the freaking lights would go down. Like, minimum. Nash is, I think, 7. Don't quote me on that. I don't know. Well, let me do the math. He was born in what, 2019? So he's 6 now? Good God. I was close. So let's say he debuts when he is 18. That is in 12 years. The 12 years. I would be 30. That is minimum. Most people aren't debuting until they're in their 20s, unless you're Dominic Mysterio, who is a 20-year veteran, by the way. I'm going to be like 50s, and this kid's going to be the Fiend, and I'm going to be crying. I don't know how they bring back the Funhouse. I don't know if they do bring back the Funhouse. Again, just add it to the list of things that they would do and make me cry. Oh yeah, no. They are never using Immortal Fiend. I think that's what we've all been calling him. I'm very much out of the loop with Fiend stuff, if you can't tell. Yeah. It would have to be... They can't use the new Fiend. They can't. Like, it's too custom made to Bray. It has JoJo's face. It has an anniversary and stuff on it. Like, it's too custom made to Bray that it would be almost wrong to use it. My favorite puppet? Ooh, Abby. I gotta go with Abby. I love all of them, but I love Abby the most. I don't pick favorites, you know? They're like pets. You can't pick a favorite. They're like children. You don't pick a favorite, but I'm going with Abby. I love good old Abby the Witch. Ramblin' makes me giggle. I love Ramblin', but I'm going with Abby. Rest in peace, Friendship Frog. You will be missed. I'm hurt by the whole wobbly walrus thing. I was a couple months ago. This was when I went to Vegas, Romania. I usually watch Funhouse in the car, and that dang to be continued episode. The knowledge of we are not getting the finish episode hurts, but I love wobbly walrus so much. But yeah, no, I'm going with Abby. I love a good witch. Why are we quoting that episode? Why? I can't believe that was 2 years ago. Out of all of the Funhouse episodes in all of existence, that is the one episode that I cannot watch. Like, for the most part, I can watch Funhouse and not cry, but that episode, knowing it was the last Funhouse episode, yeah. I also typically refer to it as the most recent episode because I, for some reason, refuse to call it the last one. Hence my quotation marks. That is a good twist. Bray always had good twists and turns that we never see coming, and I miss it. It hurts. My mummy. Ignore me, I'm messaging my mother. Me mama. Yeah, no. Funhouse. That episode. That could you keep a secret? That episode. Yeah, right now they just feel like they're there. Like, anytime that they start a story, something happens and it doesn't get finished. Like, the whole Karrion Kross storyline was going good. And then Bo got injured and it just fell apart. I feel like right now we have a story, but I feel like it's not like as like coherent, I guess. I don't know what the word is for that. Because like we kind of have a story, but it definitely isn't as like solidified as a story, if that makes sense. Oh yeah, no, the Stranger Danger episode is amazing. Bray screaming quiet at all of them lives rent free in my head. That's how I feel about my family. The thing is Bray had more promos than he had matches. Like, if you look at promo to match ratio just of The Fiend, he had one match per feud. One match per feud. Unless you were Daniel Bryan or Seth Rollins. Or Braun Strowman. But Braun Strowman had a whole thing. Bray always had so many, like, promos and time to build a story. Whereas the Wyatts, the Six, have more matches than promos. Like, when was the last time they had a promo? It's been like a month, if you think about it. I'm pretty sure they had a VHS tape like a month ago. I agree. We should have seen more, I guess, Funhouse Bray wrestling and have The Fiend as a special attraction, which we know The Fiend was a special attraction, save for PLEs. I think he had a match or two on a Raw or a SmackDown, but it was mainly a PLE attraction, which made sense. The Fiend definitely had his matches, but I definitely feel like Bray should have been wrestling more. Whereas the Six should keep wrestling, yes, but also have more story building. Because right now we're getting the matches, but we aren't getting the story. I can quote Funhouse episodes off the top of my head. I love quoting Funhouse episodes. The Randy story, he did have a lot of matches. I think they had, 3? He had the Funhouse one as Funhouse Bray on Raw. He had the Firefly Inferno match, and then he had the Mania match. So he had 3 matches in that. Strowman, he had three or 4 matches. But Strowman, he wasn't the Fiend the whole time. He was Cult Leader Bray, Wyatt Family Bray, Funhouse Bray, Fiend, and then the Triple Threat match. So he had 4 matches, one of them being a triple threat. Oh, yeah. Owens hitting that stunner with the Mandible Claw. One of my other favorites is when, I think it's during the strap match with Bryan, when Bryan has him in the, one of the arm things, and he keeps the Mandible Claw in the whole time. Yeah, I don't know what they built to. They have to build to something. I feel like they have to build to something, but I don't know what you build to. Because are you going to create your own new character? Are we going to go that route? Because you can. You absolutely can. But are we going to go that route? I don't think so. I think of all the routes they'll go, it'll be Fiend. Which, again, I'm not opposed to. It isn't what I want, but I'm not opposed to it. I feel like now that they're champs, they will make a PLE match. I could see them defending at SummerSlam. I definitely think we should see them at SummerSlam. SummerSlam was Bray's pay-per-view, though. PLE pay-per-view, whatever the heck it's called. SummerSlam was Bray's stage. It wasn't Mania. SummerSlam was Bray's Mania. So I think that'll be where they make their PLE debut. We did go back and forth just quoting Funhouse episodes. That's because I just have all of his quotes memorized. I actually use a Bray Wyatt quote as my senior year quote. My quote in the yearbook is a Bray Wyatt quote. Yep. Fiend was a main card guy. He wasn't mid card. He wasn't a jobber. He was top card. And so, like I said, we run back into the problem of, okay, well, he's facing this champion. Do we keep a non-title match the whole time? Well, that looks silly. Why have him go after Gunther but not face him for the title? But then if you make it a title match, how do you have him not win the title? That was always my thing. When I was younger, I didn't see it. When I was younger, yay, Fiend as champ. But now that I'm older, I'm like, yeah, but when you book him as this monster who gets up after 11 curb stomps, yeah, it's difficult. Yeah, with it being 2 nights, I definitely can see them doing something on the PLE. Bye, Gaming Mosquito. I'll believe you. Don't go sucking blood. I trust you. I have the Fiend belt. I don't know why, but I love that Fiend belt so much. Everyone hated it, but I found it so bad that I loved it. But yeah, I feel like the thing is I think Bray said that the Fiend wasn't supposed to be supernatural. Vince tried to book it as supernatural, I think it was, but Bray wasn't going for supernatural. He was going for psychological, if I remember correctly. Correct me if I'm wrong, obviously, but I'm pretty sure that's what he said. Yeah. So if you book it as Supernatural, you're going against what Bray wanted. End of discussion. Like, you can't book The Fiend as Supernatural and it be in Bray's best wishes. Like, we know this. If you continue on the psychological route, I could see it being that Bo, in his grief in his grief of losing his brother, could just kind of snap. I don't know. I don't know how you book that. Like I said, it's not what I want. I'm not opposed, but it's not what I want, so I don't know how to like book that properly. Yeah, the whole obviously I need to watch 2K25 thing so we can all be on the same page because I'm still avoiding everything. But I definitely, based on the shadow comment, I do think it is difficult. It's odd because they very early on, brought up the Man in the Woods. It was Joe Gacy's promo, right? When they all had their VHS tape vignette things, it was Gacy's vignette. And so they brought it up like within like a month of debuting. So how do you go from mentioning the Man in the Woods to not? The shadow comment threw it all off. We had it like we've gone back and forth a couple times in DMs about it. But that shadow comment does throw things off. That is true. So I'm trying to think. How do we do this? I'm trying to like logically make it make sense in my brain. Yeah. Hmm. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. It's hard. I I think they'll eventually bring back the Fiend one way or another, whether it be Bo doing it, whether it be his son doing it. I don't know. But I do think it's kind of inevitable. Like I think it's inevitable. I don't know how you do it, especially with the whole shadow comment. I don't know how you do it. I I don't know how you do it tastefully as well. Probably another like 20 minutes maybe. I'll probably hop off at 12 p.m. my time, so 3 p.m. your time. Because I need to go get lunch because it's almost noon and I haven't eaten. Yeah, Fiend is difficult. Fiend is definitely difficult to do. I assume he's typing, so I'm gonna pause. I'll make sure my mom. I'm fine. Food's overrated. It is confusing because currently Cross and Howdy are on different brands. And I know that I'm pretty sure Cross was supposed to work with Bray prior to Bray August. August. I'm pretty sure Cross was supposed to work with Bray at one point. But Cross wearing the mask doesn't make sense in my head. Like, why Cross? I mean, I did notice yesterday in during Raw, Cross had a promo and he kept saying liar, and all I could think about is back in 2022, there was that image with Bray's eyes crossed out with liar all around. I don't know why. We're talking about Cross, so that's in my head now. But my Cross wearing the mask doesn't, like, fully make sense right now to me. Oh, yeah, no. Take Jey Uso, for instance. Everyone wanted Jey to win. Everyone wanted Jey to win the title. Everyone wanted Jey, yeet, yeet, whatever. But when he won, everyone turned against Jey. All I saw was people complaining about Jey. So it is impossible to make everyone happy. It's just not possible. With a company as big as WWE, with as many fans around the world that there are, it is impossible to make everyone happy. It's just not possible. I know myself well enough to know I'm not going to sit here and complain. I might not be happy about something, but I'm not going to sit here and be like, you should have done this instead. You messed up. This was wrong. Maybe sometimes. Like, if Goldberg beat Gunther, I 100% would have been that person. But for the most part, I'm willing to, like, put my opinion aside and, like, make sense of it all. Interesting. Yeah, no, Cross, it's giving Venom. Cross having a Venom version of the Fiend. My phone keeps going off. I don't even know what's causing my phone to go off. Like, it vibrated again, but there was no notification for it to vibrate to. Yeah, no, Cross having a symbiote Fiend, if I can say that properly. That would be, as long as it's done right and not messed up. I still think the only people who should wear the Fiend or have a Fiend type mask should be Bo or Bray's son. But yeah. Why is it that every time I live stream we end up talking about Fiend? Yeah, that would be technically supernatural because that doesn't exist in the real world. It would be like Venom. Like, it would be basically Venom, but Fiend instead of Venom. Yeah, no. Fiend was supposed to be psychological, not supernatural. It having it supernatural goes almost directly against what Bray wanted. Like, so doing it supernatural is definitely not the best of options. So having the symbiote Fiend would circle back to being against what Bray had originally wanted, that we know of. For all we know, that was part of Bray's plan. It could have been. Maybe that's what he has been planning prior to that. That's where it's confusing, is that he planned it, if that's what was planned, but he said it's psychological. It's confusing. That is where the confusing issue comes in. Yeah, no. That's where the confusing part comes in, because we as Fireflies heard Bray say that it was psychological, it wasn't supposed to be supernatural, that was Vince's doing. But then we have a plan like that, which is very much supernatural. I don't know how you make a symbiote not supernatural. So that is where the confusing part comes in. Also canon, what is with the past present? It should not be a past tense. Because we all love the Fiend, not loved. There was no loved. We all currently love the Fiend. I'm in denial. I'm like 90% sure I'm still in denial. I'm like 99.99% sure I'm still in denial, and it is great. No, no. That is not an excuse. If you can't tell, I'm doing great. Oh, mother. Yeah, most people want the Fiend, and I know that. My dad wants the Fiend, my brother wants the Fiend. I'm definitely in the minority of not really wanting the Fiend. If they do the Fiend, will I eventually come to terms with it? Probably. Most likely. Part of me, I'm like split 50-50. Part of me is like, well, if they do the Fiend, y'all can't have any build to it. If you build up to it and I know you're building up to it, I'm just going to sit there in terror and dread the whole time. So you have to just like pull the trigger and surprise me so that it just catches me off guard so I don't cry. But then the other part of me is like, you need to have a build. You need to like build to it. You can't just like throw the Fiend at me. Yeah, that most people want the Fiend, and I know that. The majority want the Fiend. Yeah, you have to build to it. You have to build to it, and I guarantee the build is what will happen, obviously. That's the only thing that would make sense. But like if you just like throw the Fiend at me, I won't cry. I'll be too busy like what the heck just happened for it to like register with me. But yeah, you have to explain how and why before he shows up. Like there has to be like if they continue with the psychological vibes, which is what we as fireflies know about the Fiend, we have to see it in Bo. We have to see more promos and story with Bo and less with Howdy. Or keep the Howdy, but also have Bo. Because obviously you can't have Howdy and Fiend at the same time because they're the same person. If Bo's playing it, which he should be. But you do have to have Bo build it. Because if it's psychological, you have to see the snap in him. You have to see him become the Fiend. So, there has to be a build. If there isn't a build, then I'll be a little bit concerned. Obviously, no build would be easier to catch me off guard and not make me cry. But a build is necessary. I'm going back and forth with my mom still. Welcome back. We're discussing Fiend. Yeah. There has to be an end goal in mind. Not even an end goal, just a bigger picture in mind. Because right now it doesn't look like they're aiming for anything. So whether it be Fiend or new character or whatever it may be, there has to be some bigger picture that the group is working towards. And right now I'm not seeing that. And they're only the most build we're getting out of anything is from the other tag teams. We're not getting anything from the 6. We're getting matches, but like any like backstage promos or build towards matches are being mostly done through either Twitter stuff or the other tag teams. It was funny on Friday when the QR code popped up. I had already seen the Twitter post. Like, I had reposted it, like, immediately when it popped up on my feed. And so I had already seen the Twitter post. So when I scanned the QR code, it opened the Twitter. I was like, I already saw this and just swiped away. I didn't show my dad or brother. Yeah. This is where I'm at in my life. If you don't keep up, you're out. Yeah, they're in a weird spot. Very weird. Because, like, they had good build during the Chad Gable feud. The Gable feud was done good. At first, I was still confused because at the end of the Gable feud, I was like, Gable didn't change. What the heck? Well, that was the Fiend storyline, was changing people. At the time, it looked like Howdy was trying to expose people and their fake, like, masks, which is what he did with Gable. So Gable was done good. Final Testament ended too soon, and then Final Testament got released. So that one didn't happen. And I feel like it's just been downhill since December. They lost their momentum in the 6 months they were gone. They were gone for what, 5 months? 5 months to the day, actually. December 23rd was Dexter's match. And then they came back on May 23rd. So 5 months of being on the shelf. They lost their build-up. And so by losing their build-up, here we are now, they're just floating around as tag champs. And they don't have, like, an end goal. And pivoting from Howdy to Fiend currently isn't possible because we don't know what the group's goal is. And yeah, Howdy and Cross are just kind of vibing. I will say, during the tag match when Cross was just like sitting like this and like swaying, I chuckled because I do that all the time. There's a video of one of my dances. We did a dance during class, and I started on doing this, and I was like, hey, that's my move. Nikki did my thing. Yeah. Each and every one of those members I know. I've seen Bo's work from when he was Believe. And he did something with, they made fun of Matt Hardy and Bray as the deleter of worlds. Nikki Cross is more than capable of acting like a psychopath. More than capable, because that's how I met her. Not met her, but that's how I was introduced to her, was her being a crazy psychopath. Rowan, we know from Wyatt Family, he can do it. Dexter Lumis, Dexter doesn't really talk. He never really has talked. But that's always been kind of what intrigued me about him, was he could convey a story without talking. Joe Gacy is the one I have the least like experience with because I don't watch NXT. I don't have time to watch NXT. So I really am just running off of what everyone else said, that he was very similar to Bray. So if he's similar to Bray, then he can do a story. He can very much do a story. So if you're going to do a tribute group, specifically for Bray, any tribute in general, but specifically Bray has always been this, like, storyteller. That's always been his thing, was telling stories through promos and matches. So if you're going to do a tribute group for Bray, then you need to be able to convey a story. And if you're just doing it to do it, then that's not right. Just doing it to do it definitely isn't enough. You definitely need to be able to convey a story because you're doing a tribute group for a storyteller. I love Dexter. When he, stalked Miz, I loved it so much. There were, for a hot minute, when Bliss came back, there were, teases. They popped up on the screen every now and then, but that was it. That's what everyone else said. A lot of people said they saw, Wyatt family cult leader Bray. So, if people saw that, and that's clearly there, then he can do a story. There definitely needs to be more storytelling from the group as a whole, especially since, like I said, you're doing a tribute group for someone who thrived on storytelling. Bray's main thing in WWE wasn't his matches. Someone just rang the doorbell. I'm not answering the door. Yeah, they're doing it to carry on Bray's legacy, and I get it. I love that that's what they want to do. But if you're going to carry on Bray's legacy, you have to carry on his legacy. I'm sorry. I'm not going to remember Bray for his matches. I'm not. That's not what Bray was known for. Did he have some good matches? Absolutely. I'm not saying that. But Bray wasn't, his thing wasn't his matches. Everyone is going to remember Bray for his stories, for his promos, for what he said. And so if you're going to carry on a legacy such as that, you have to do that. I feel like we spent, 3 months? It was 2.5 months of building with QR codes and cryptic teases and this and that leading up to their debut. And then, sorry, I heard noise out there and then my phone went off. We had all this build up and then their debut was done so well, so good. And then their first feud with Gable was solid in my opinion. But it's just kind of been a letdown. Hold on, I'll be right back. Hello? Yes. Yes. I think actually went out already. Yep, all of them have their treats. Okay, love you. Sorry, my dad called me. I was like, what the heck? My dad's calling me. Yeah, their initial debut and that first feud with Gable was decently solid. Was it perfect? No, but we were still. It was almost like dipping their toes in the water. How are the fans going to react to this? Are they going to love us? Are they going to hate us? They were still trying to, get the feel. And then it's just been downhill. And I don't know. I think it can still be fixed. I think it's still possible to be fixed. I don't know how, but I think it's possible that it can be fixed. Yep. Yeah, no, the Gable feud, it was like a 2.5 month feud. It was a great feud. It had time to do its story. It wasn't too fast. It wasn't too slow. It didn't feel rushed, but it didn't draw out. But then the whole Final Testament feud, they didn't have the story behind it. They had story, but it just fell flat because Bo got injured and then Final Testament got released. So there was no payoff from the feud, which then killed their momentum. Then they were gone for 5 months with little to no interaction whatsoever. So now they're finally back, but they've had maybe one promo. Maybe one. I think they've had one. Maybe two. But they haven't had, like, there's no story behind what they're doing right now. Obviously, we've figured out, I think, from the, like, one promo they had that there's no loyalty, there's no brotherhood in the tag division, but we're not seeing the build of that. We're just seeing them win tag championships. Obviously, it was inevitable. They were off for 5 months, like, and it isn't like a Rhea Ripley situation where she was on top of the world, like top of the division, women's world champion, and then got injured and was out for 3 months. The Wyatts didn't have that yet. The Wyatts were still building their, like, repertoire almost. And then the very little momentum and build they had is gone. Okay, Reaper, everyone has seen Rhea before me. She was just the one I had off the top of my head. Like Bliss. She was on top of, like, she was in a title match. Her last match in 2023 was a title match. And then 2 years later, she came back. You heard the pop she got. Like, it's difficult because they didn't have everything behind them for their injury. They didn't have enough, like, story and build to carry on for the 5 months they were gone. Whereas when Bray was gone for 5 months at a time, he had stuff behind him. He had a story. And it's just been downhill, as much as I hate to say it. It's fixable. I think it can be fixed. I hope. Because I really do want them to do good. Obviously, I didn't want the Wyatts to begin with, but I still don't want them to do bad. I want them to do good. Even when they first debuted, I wasn't fully behind it, but I still wanted them to succeed. And right now, we're in the position that I was afraid of us being in. Prior to their debut, this is what I was afraid of happening. We've had all that build, and now it's just fallen flat. And this is what I didn't want, and this is where we're at. And so it does suck, and I want it to be turned around. Good God, stop going off. It's just hard. I agree. They should have had QR codes. And if not QR codes, then just little teases, like when Bliss came back, she had a couple of things pop up during her, like she had the symbol, etc. There were glitches. I feel like there should have been something, especially since they didn't have the build and the story behind them yet. Like I said, Rhea had story. She had the momentum. She could take the couple of months to heal up her injury. I'm pretty sure that shoulder injury was fake just so that she could go get married. Just saying. But she could take that time off and it not impact anything. Whereas the Wyatts, like I said, didn't. So now they're like, it almost became static. Like, it was dead quiet. They didn't have any interactions. We didn't know anything. So in my head, I'm sitting here waiting to find out that one of them died because I'm paranoid. Because last time someone went off TV for 6 months, something bad happened. So meanwhile, they're chilling at home resting an injury, and I'm sitting here panicking because I'm paranoid as all hell. but it became just quiet and static. Bo could ditch the wig. I have nothing against the wig. I just want either the hair to make sense. Like, okay, we're changing it because Bray wanted the Fiend to look different every time. I either want them to not necessarily acknowledge it, but it to be a thing. What the sorry, there's a random as heck noise. Either make it like a thing with the hair or stop changing the hair. There's an easy call. There's easy calls. You can fix this. I don't know. Right now, I don't know what they're doing with them. I don't know what the story is. I don't know. There's like a random noise coming from outside my house. It's one of those cicada things, the zzz bugs. It's one of those, but it's like the middle of the day. Nah, that's fine. I'm gonna hop off too. I need to get food. But thank you all for joining me. I will see you all in my next video. Let's see if this actually ends. Bye, guys!